I'm launching a new channel. I'm calling it Deux Cheveaux because that's the name given to the car that I first learned to drive on when I was 6.5 years old. I always had a passion for cars. When I was very little, I used to live in Argentina, and I would go to the local shop and buy these tiny little Luby brand cars, which were American cars mostly, with a suspension in each of the four wheels. And I carved out some bumps on the balcony guardrail. It was cement where I lived in Buenos Aires, and I would take the cars and go out on the balcony and play at, making them drive on this make believe road. And I used to also take the cooking tops for the pots from the kitchen and go around and take like a spoon, a wooden spoon or something, and go around pretending that I was driving a car and making the sounds of a car shifting through the gears. I was totally into cars, and my grandfather, seeing how excited I was about it, he let me drive his deux cheveaux when I was 6.5 years old and sitting on his lap. And by the time I was 7, I could actually sit on the hump of the seat and drive the car all by myself. And and ever since then, I've been driving. I'm now 72, and I still have a bunch of cars and vans and trucks and trailers and stuff, and I really enjoy them. And I used to listen to this Click and Clack, something brothers. I think it was Italian, the Maggioli brothers or whatever, from Boston. And actually, in the 70s, I was in Boston at their facility. They had a place where you could go and do repairs. You could rent the space by the hour to do your own repairs, and I guess they had some tools they lent me and stuff. I remember them. Um, I used to love their program, and I have a harder time listening to Scotty Kilmer because he, makes so much noise. He's so loud, and he's with his hands and stuff. But his information is really great, and I was able to befriend a mechanic here in San Diego who, for several years, helped me out with all kinds of car adventures, and I learned a tremendous amount from him. And I mean, I've had Maseratis and BMWs and Mercedes and all these fancy cars, but he really taught me how to appreciate a car that doesn't leave you stranded. So now my favorite car is this uh, Toyota Camry, a 98 Camry with a 2.2 liter four-cylinder engine that I bought at auction. And I found it with like nearly 200,000 miles at the time. And it's a fabulous car. And it's really shown me what the pleasure of having a good car is. Um, so this is a channel dedicated to people to interact with one another and discuss cars. And in Argentina, Juan Manuel Fangio was always the idol, the Argentine who made it in Europe, with every different car brand. And the guy, he raced Ferraris, he raced Mercedes, he raced Maseratis, and he won with all of them. So it wasn't the cars that were winning; it was him. And they have these great races I've always been interested in that go from the mountains to the ocean, and I just I was never that much into soccer. People always talk to me about Maradona and Messi, but really my passion has been cars. And so this is something I learned is that to really succeed in YouTube, you have to get in touch with your passion and let it speak for itself. Um, it has to be authentic, and that's what this channel is going to be about. You're all invited.